What is going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here with another morning update video for you guys. Hopefully, you guys are having a fantastic Saturday thus far, or a fantastic day whenever you guys are tuning into this. So, first and foremost, unless you guys missed it yesterday, we did have Dark Dimension 9, and it was completed within a few hours. And again, just a shout out to all the top finishers here: Johnny, Sassy, Genie. Top three as well. So yeah, they've definitely earned their diamonds here. But what is also important here is the fact that during this race, we've realized a couple of things here, and I'll just quickly talk about that with you guys here this morning. First and foremost, with regards to the legendary section, we did see that there wasn't really any blast stars or thunderstrikes, and yeah, it's unfortunate because I guess I lied. Okay, there's like one blast star, but yeah, unfortunately, unless they rework Annihilus's kit as well and kind of amp up the other three, the other three or four galactic members, obviously Autumn Warlock and Star Lord's in there as well. But it'll be interesting. I'm still very curious as to to see if the importance of that, because of the fact that we do have we have the Blast Star, the Quasar, and the Thunderstrike sagas right now. And I know people are trying to push their characters and, try to bring up certain teams to get the red stars on their characters and obviously the costumes. But now it leads me to believe that if they weren't even part of this team that completed it, is it even necessary anymore, right? And of course, as well, I mean, we could just use our dark promotion credits eventually, but really, do we even want to waste our promotion credits on that, right? And the second thing I want to talk to you guys about here is the fact that if you go into the next section here, which is like basically the hero slash epic sections, it was without a doubt, like, we already kind of knew, Professor Xavier and Odin and even Mephisto maybe at a certain point were going to be potential locks. So the big question always remained, who were the other two, or maybe who was the other one going to be, right? And of course, as well, as you guys can kind of see here, we have Blue Marvel and we have Apocalypse, we have Super Skrull and Blue Marvel, and then that's it. So Blue Marvel is pretty much a guaranteed lock now, and I don't blame people, because he is pretty much out of the batch of 5 here, or 4 or 5 or whatever you want to call it. He is the newest, right? He is the newest epic slash whatever you want to call it, this category, legendary slash mythic slash epic. And as you guys can kind of see here, he is the latest and the greatest. And of course, as well, that has actually made me come to a decision now. And that decision is, of course, as you guys know, I did the race and I went for Blue Marvel right kind of near the end here, because I thought, hey, he could potentially be a lock. And now as well here, we're going to get him promoted. And yeah, I'm here now to tell you guys now, if you guys see it in my roster and you guys are wondering, hey, what's going on with Blue Marvel? Why is he just sitting there? Well, guys, not anymore. We're gonna push him. We're gonna push him pretty much and get him tiered up and geared here, because he's pretty much been confirmed as a lock. And I mean, yeah, now I guess at this point, I was hoping for a gold spending event or something, right? But yeah, no, it's we're gonna push him to 105. We're gonna get him up to tier 20. And yeah, no regrets now, because of the fact that, basically the top finishers have basically shown us the way here. And that is the fact that he is going to be essential, right? He is going to be a potential lock on this section. And I just wanted to kind of let you guys know, right? If you guys see him in my roster here and you guys see that he's all geared and tiered and all that other stuff, you kind of know why I did it in the first place, right? I was hoping for a gold spending event, but obviously it never came. And now we know the next one is going to be another energy spending power core one. So, I mean, maybe they're not trying to piss people off right now by throwing a gold spending event, which makes a lot of sense, because the gold is a crunch right now. But I wanted to let you guys know that, yeah, for sure, I'm going to be bringing them up, and I'm going to be using them in some game modes now, like Cosmic Crucible, and perhaps throw them on my arena defense, right? Back into the Age of Annihilus saga with regards to Quasar, Blastar, and Thunderstrike, I know lots of people are pounding their head trying to get through certain nodes to get the red stars, to get the costumes. But yeah, like I said, we'll have to see in probably the next week here or so, when people do get the the completed version of Annihilus, and when they start using him maybe with some of these galactic members. I mean, it really doesn't matter. He's a freaking monster with whatever team you put him with, right? But the thing is yeah, people are really stressing out. But like for example, with this Thunderstrike hard, people are just pounding their head on this node here because you have to use pretty much. I mean, goodness gracious. You basically need a fully maxed out, insanely crazy brimstone, or you got to bring up immortal weapons, and people don't have the resources for that sort of stuff, right? So I mean, it doesn't even seem like Thunderstrike's needed for Dark Dimension 9. So really, the only thing you may be missing out here is on the costume, but we don't even have an end date on this guy. So I would say right now, guys, if you were, one of those individuals that I just mentioned where you're stuck on that node and you're trying to figure out if you want to bring characters up for this, I wouldn't panic just yet. I would, hold off and see what happens here with the, with the race and everything, right? Because obviously I know they can't keep, this epilogue here forever, right? Obviously they want to make sure, or wait, can't? I guess they could. I don't know. It's weird. They're rewarding the diamonds on the top finishers, so I'm assuming once, everything kind of plays out, we should have a better understanding of when this event's going away. But I mean, who knows, right? It could stay longer than 2 months as well, right? We're just using 2 months as a measuring stick because that's how long, that's how long Blue Marvel was for. That's how long Professor X was. That's how long Odin was. Those are previous historical datas, but now, as we've already seen with like the power cores, they're testing, right? They're testing different things now in the background, and who knows, maybe this is something they're testing as well, right? So anyways, that's the only point I want to talk about that. Let's quickly chat about the blog here from yesterday in case you guys might have missed it. Okay, so the blog was I found the blog to be quite nice yesterday, and again, I'm pretty excited for some things to come next week here. As always, I'm always pretty excited when there is something to do with regards to the game. Of course, as well, it's actually kind of nice because they are kind of spreading a few things out. I mean, Sentry, Battle World's a bit repetitive, but I do feel like it does help out because not everyone has all the Sentry shards yet, right? And of course, as well, this is really good for people that might have missed him. Maybe they're just coming in a little bit later. Maybe they were under leveled, and now they have, now they get a chance, right, to get Sentry Battle World. Having said that, as well, here, Pathfinder also did say like this was kind of like the last one, right? So what that means is it means like potentially we could get a Sentry boss. Very similar to Null coming now next after this one, and then of course Maestro is going to be on the doorstep as well here because lots of people have Daring Warriors built up and they're ready to go, right? So yeah, this will be good for a lot of people, I feel like, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that you're able to get your shards on him, get some goodies out of it as well, and of course as well. Like I said, whatever may come next with Maestro. So very exciting stuff here. The best buddies. We've also got the final week of it. So that's also nice because there's also going to be that big milestone, the global milestone that's accompanied with it. And it's going to be awarding at least on the blog, 80 million gold. So that's going to be pretty cool. There is a leaderboard event as well, but we don't care about that. And again, like I said, there's a bunch of things going on next week, and it is actually, ramping up here. So that's kind of nice. The other thing I want to talk to you guys quickly here about is this. Now that I don't actually have the kids in my face and I'm actually able to read it properly and stuff. But yeah, no. So the next age is upon us. We already kind of knew that it was coming, but again, I think what's interesting here is the fact that they're going to be addressing this next week. It says here that they're going to have some juicy details in a blog this week. So yeah, so that tells me right here, right? Like this is going to get people excited, right? The Dark Dimension 9 is already done, and now we need the next chase, right? We need to know what's going on next, for whatever comes, right? Yes, I know it's still ways away, but they said, in the Q&A, in their vision, their MSF vision, like they want this next age to not just be one and done. They want people to like incrementally have events building up to it, and they've promised us, right? They've promised us that with these events, there's supposedly danger room, right? There's supposedly more towers. There's supposed to be weekly events that lead up to it, and it's going to be events every day. So no, I'm definitely stoked for that. And and hopefully, like I said, it says that the Age of Fear is going to usher in a major revamp in how we play. So that's what really just kind of just really stuck with me yesterday, and of course as well, like I said, we're gonna get the prologue starting. We're gonna have some mission provided characters with some more goodies. I mean, come on, we can't complain about that, right? Gold, training materials. Hey, I'll take what we can get. The final week already, like I said, is coming in, and there's gonna be, like I said, that big difficult. It says difficult global milestone. I don't know if it's like just being funny because Deadpool, like, is being funny, or it's actually going to be crazy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to communicate it to my alliance, and I recommend everybody else to do the same as well here, is to ensure that you're keeping your raids active, maybe, making sure you're blitzing with the right characters, because, yeah, every little bit's going to help. And I know, like, we always seem to hit all the global milestones. I think rarely ever have we missed them. And I think there was that one time, where they actually had to reduce some of the I think it had something to do with the like, it was the first or second time, or maybe it was the first time actually, that Null, like the Echoes of Abyss, the Null boss came, and not everyone was able to do it because it took a little bit of a trick to it, right? And not everyone had gear tier 20, right? So I think they had to bring the milestone points down on that. I don't know if you guys remember that, but anyways, that's I recall something like that. And yeah, like I said, we'll see how difficult this global milestone here. And I think when you have something like 80 million gold involved, I mean, holy smokes, that's not small, right? I think there was a deal last week, and it was like 10 mil gold, and it was like, I'm trying to remember, I think it was like $30 or $20. And yeah, that's like, so right here, like, if you're able to get the 80 mil for everybody, that's like almost $100 worth of, like, we're saving. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes here, and we'll see how that tracks with everything. But like I said, it'll be interesting to see that, and hopefully we can finish things off here. And of course as well, the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with here on the blog is we're just going to skip this event. We don't care about the event. The Alliance War. So again, I'm not an Alliance War player here, but I know people have been waiting for this. And again, yesterday, it was already cool. You can start going into the war section, and oh my gosh, have you ever pushed the Alliance War button by accident because you're trying to click on like Blitz or something, like, or maybe you're trying to I don't know, just a mispress, right? And then when it goes into that loading screen, you're just like, oh my god, you know what? Maybe not. I'll just close the game. I'll go back to it later. Like that's what most people do, because they can't afford to wait the 20 seconds, right? And now we don't have that anymore. So that's actually, like, that's crazy. That's awesome, like, player, user, life-saving, whatever you want to call it, right? But I love that. So yesterday I was playing around with it, and yeah, it looks good. I mean, I don't know why they ever, yeah, I guess they were trying to make it graphical and it looked cool with the 3D and all the guns and lasers and stuff shooting, but I mean, just keep it simple, stupid, right? Kiss, right? So anyways, yeah, so that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool to see. So I was happy to see that already in the game. And of course, as well, they already made a couple, changes to that. And yeah, like, I'm excited. Faster load time, new room challenges. So yeah, this should be interesting. We're going to get some different war strategies, right? So maybe we'll start focusing and playing this again, right? So we'll see if it revitalizes interest for people, right? Obviously, with more war wins, you get more gold, and some other stuff. And yeah, they really need to revamp some of the reward structures. But anyways, I'm excited for that. So definitely things moving in a positive direction here. And again, they're just talking about the new war stuff. And like I said, it should be interesting. And again, like I said, Battle World Century, yada yada yada. But also keep in mind, I did find that this was also nice, is the fact that they're adding the 10 evolutionary shards into the Twitch as well here. I did not expect this. I thought maybe they did Thanos the other time. I thought maybe they'll just do, like, just some crappy gold and trading materials and whatever and call it a day. But they're actually giving us 10 shards for high evolutionary. And if you guys recall here, he is a 45 shard unlock. So I mean, getting 10 shards out of the 45 is he's a quarter of the way, right? So no, hats off to them for actually doing that. And then yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they do have his event or something that they said is supposedly going to give him an unlock. So that'll be interesting to see, guys. Otherwise, yeah, don't forget to do the anniversary Twitch drops as well here. This is going to be coming to a close on April 27th. So there's still quite a bit of time. And I mean, it's not like game-changing resources, but everything adds up, right? The 500 cores, that's like 1 day worth of arena. But the 3 mil gold, that's pretty decent. And yeah, the 500 L4 training materials, also very nice. Also very nice. So anyways, guys, yeah, that's all I got for this one here. Hopefully these tidbits helps you guys out. And yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic Saturday, and hopefully you guys have a fantastic start to your weekend. Otherwise, you guys know I'll keep you posted if there's any updates to the game. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys when I see you guys.